Um, I want to talk to you about our parliamentary democracy and the state of what the democracy is in. I want to talk to you about opposition in India. A lot is said, sir. Are there? We have no opposition. We have no powerful opposition. The government is prevailing on the opposition. बात करने नहीं देता है, so on and so forth. Sir, what exactly is the status of opposition in India?
Look, I'll tell you if you ask me what the contemporary situation tells me. I've been part of a couple of meetings recently, and those meetings and the engagement with civil society tells me that the opposition is there, probably much better than what it was in 2018. Maybe many things we took for granted uh, in 2014 or 2018. We thought it's simply a change of government. But Modi ji's coming to power, it was not simply a change of government. It also meant a deep fissures caused by the government in institutions and in things which have a long-term damage potential. uh, Use of CBI, ED, IT. I won't say that it never happened before. It happened before, but they were, say, aberrations. Now it is a trend. It is an instrument to deal with opposition. Earlier, governments used to deal with opposition politically. Now, this government actually uh, rather believes in dealing with opposition through these agencies. So the task of opposition becomes difficult. We must look at when we compare that it cannot be 77 kind of thing, because in spite of emergency, Indira ji probably had a democratic spirit here. So she went against the advice and held. She decided to hold election of 77. It is also different from 2004 when the opposition came to power without any so-called face. Now our challenge is to stitch uh, a canvas where state and center, looking at the fact that India is union of states, you have to stitch an alliance. And that alliance has to take on this government on the basis of programs. Setting aside the issue of who is the face, you have no dearth of face. An ordinary Indian chosen can actually become prime minister if need be. There are challenges, I tell you, there are challenges, but what is different now that each political party is of the view that it is no more a question of their own survival. It's a question of survival of democratic India. It's a question of survival of rule of law. It's a question of survival of this, the holiest book, the Constitution of India. Because many decisions which have been taken in last couple of years, they go against the spirit of the Constitution. They go against the spirit of parliamentary democracy. So this actually is part of the conversation amongst large number of political parties. But the fact is, there is also a feeling that we should sit together. And I tell you, I'm not a great optimist, but I can see things are moving. Things are moving. And take any parameter. This government does not have anything to say except for the fact that they have built an ecosystem. That ecosystem shall not entertain anything critical of the government, and more so about the prime minister. So your platform has to evolve a kind of common minimum program or whatever you call it, so that we provide an alternative to each of those issues, each of those metrics, each of those parameters which disturb the rhythm of Indian democracy and parliamentary democracy.
Realistically, do you actually see a united opposition happening before 2024?
I do see. I
You,
do see.
you're very
I
positive.
also do see. I also see the possibility of at least on 80 to 85% seats, BJP will have to deal with one.
Okay.
I see the possibility.
Oh, that's
I
that's
hope, I hope I am able to prove my word right.